Begin by sitting comfortably and making sure that your posture is alert, open, shoulders are back. You're sitting in the front of your sit bones. Your chin is tucked in. And you can feel a little bit back and forth as a skyscraper, finding that perfect balance, that dead middle in which gravity is allowed to pull through you evenly. And as you strike that perfect balance, you can notice, you can let go of any tensions, any holdings, any contraction in your neck, your jaw, your shoulders, your chest, your upper back. And you can completely open and let go of your belly. And if you're letting go of your belly and your flanks correctly, there should be a bit of a sense of vulnerability and openness in the front of your body. See if you can fully come into your sensory experience at this moment by feeling your body and noticing how that balance and relaxation of any tensions allow you to feel your body more fully, more integrally, as a single relaxed unit that is nevertheless very alert. And notice how your breath fills all your bodily perceptions. And make sure that your breathing is open, relaxed, rhythmical. Start to notice what it feels like to have a skin which is very bright, airy, somewhat electric in nature, and allows you to feel the texture and pressure of your clothes, the temperature in the room, certain elasticity or pressure, and how that brightness and airiness of the skin contrasts with the feeling inside the body, which is far darker, heavier, muddy. How the inside of the body feels like it has mass, and how that mass makes you feel a sense of being substantial, feeling grounded, especially if you feel your lower belly, your legs. Let your attention go deeply into the sense of having legs and feet. And if you have arrived into this moment without completely letting go of that peripheral sense of having a body, begin to turn your attention inward. And explore the general emotional tone of the moment. Notice any resistance to simply allowing this moment to be exactly as it is, without pushing and pulling on it with your mind or recoiling away from the body, but rather basking in it, absorbing the moment completely when you breathe in, and melting completely into the moment when you breathe out. And in that, taking the moment in with your breath, see if you can really take in your entire sensory experience exactly as it is. And notice if there are any resistances, anything that feels like it's holding back from really taking it all in, soaking it up, soaking up all the bodily sensations, all the sounds, the temperatures, perhaps the sights, even the mental activity. Notice if there's any kind of resistance, any kind of little me that wants to keep itself apart from the moment. And as you exhale, notice that you want to completely melt into the now, merge with it. And notice any resistance, any holding back away from that oceanic feeling and into a concrete little me that wants to stay separate from the now instead of melting into it. And notice how in doing this you may come across small vague elements or perhaps very prominent elements of discomfort, either around your eyes, your jaw, your throat, the area around your heart, or the area around your solar plexus. And simply notice that there may be contractions there or discomfort and a vague sense of a me that doesn't want that to be the case. So that you are directly in touch with the sensory now, the perceptual now. You tune your attention into especially the somatics of that perceptual now. Within those somatics, there may be areas of discomfort in parts of the body that we have a certain emotional connection with. And notice how that discomfort or those little emotional tones feel personal to a certain me that is constantly trying to separate itself, assert itself as an entity that you often or always refer to as me. And I want you to turn your attention towards that sense of self and see if you can find what it's made of. It should feel like it's personal. It should feel like it's about you. It should feel like it has a center to it. And like that center might be either around your eyes, perhaps in your chest. And you want to turn your attention on itself and try to find where attention is springing from. And you want to do your best to find what it is that you mean when you say me. Is it an idea? Is it a vague sense? Perhaps an image? Is it a sensation in the body? Or is it a general sense of resistance or reluctance, and the notion that you can use your ability to place your attention wherever you like, to go away from the body, disassociate from the perceptual somatics of this moment, and into a mental space. And if you can feel discomfort, and if you can feel that me that wants to move away from the discomfort, try to feel them simultaneously and embrace them both fully by taking them into yourself completely as you breathe in, with no resistance whatsoever. And surrendering into them as you breathe out, with no resistance whatsoever. Your breath should be round, soft, and it should be used as a kind of sponge that you use to soak in the discomfort and the sense of me into your very center. As if you were trying to become completely permeated by these sensations and by the resistance, and allowing them to both just be what they are, fully, completely, with no agenda, regardless how vague or uncomfortable they may be. If you find yourself distracted by thoughts of things to take care of, ways to fix situations, people that need to be dealt with, simply return to the feeling of having a body and what those sensations are like. Notice the ones that are uncomfortable and that may have an emotional tone to them. And notice that me to whom it's happening. That me who wants to assert itself as the offended party or the one involved, the one whom this all is about. Feel into that and just welcome it completely. Just accept. Make sure your posture is still correct, that you are still alert, balanced, completely surrendered, with an open belly, a relaxed jaw. As a container for breath and awareness to enter and go right through, completely transparent, of resistance, with no resistance, no holding back, with no parts of the body being separate or recoiling away from themselves. And try to feel what that correctness is like. Try to imprint it in memory, somatic memory. Notice how comfortable, how pleasant and wholesome it feels to be balanced and relaxed and alert, and having no agenda other than to completely accept on a sensory level, despite of somatic, emotional or mental discomforts. Imprint that in your memory and notice how these conditions are easy to install whenever you want. And as you're ready, you can take a couple of nice deep breaths. You can stretch your body. And come back to the room.